think it was something like... No.
It started with you. Like, it was like, welcome. And then you'd say your name, and then we'd do shout-outs. And...
So it's kind of like, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Point of Review.
Yeah.
I'm Matt Ream. You can get at me on Twitter at Matt Ream. This is my co-host. His name is Justice. Tell him.
Tell them. What am I telling them?
I don't know. Tell him something.
Hi, I'm Justice. You can get at me at PerfectFlaw420, and this is episode 9.
No, it's episode 8.
Oh, wait, did we turn the other
Episode 8 doesn't work. Okay, listen. I know I said I was going to post episode 8, and it was going to be episode 8. Well, then I also said I was going to make episode 9, and it was going to be about the premiere of The Walking Dead. The mid-season premiere, I guess I should say. And speaking of beer, I'm going to drink it. Turns out that only half of our episode 8 got recorded.
I don't understand what happened.
I don't understand what happened either. So
it
I'm
just stops in the middle of something?
It was like 36 minutes long rather than like 56 minutes that it was.
That sucks.
So we lost like 20 minutes of it. So I'm not even going to post it. So this right here is Point of Review episode 8.
Okay.
Which is the Walking Dead premiere. We just watched it.
We literally just watched it and came in here.
And well,
what did you think?
What did I think? Well, for someone who hasn't read the comic up to this point, I think it was pretty awesome.
I know, right?
I mean, Carl took over basically.
Yeah.
It was basically an episode about Carl.
So my prediction was right.
What, that it was going to be about Carl?
It was going to be a Carl. We already knew it was going to be episode 9 was going to be a Carl focused episode.
Well, I didn't know. See, because like I said, spoilers. I didn't read the comics, so I didn't know that Rick was going to be like in a coma or whatever the fuck he was in.
He injured again.
Yeah. And so, excuse me. And so now I lost my train of thought.
Rick. You're talking about Rick being injured again in a coma.
Yeah, I didn't know that was going to happen.
Yeah. It's basically staying pretty true to the comics now. I don't know how long that's going to last, but so far.
Well, how long in the comics was he asleep on the couch like that? Or was he even on the couch in the comics?
It lasted, I'd say maybe 2 or 3 issues, the whole Rick and Carl thing. But to translate that into motion, that could only be a couple of scenes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
So, I'm stoked for next week's episode. It looks like we're going to delve in on all the other survivors and where they're going, what happened to them. I'm assuming that it's going to take a couple episodes before they all meet up again. I'm hoping the new characters are introduced. Abraham, Eugene, Rosita.
Do you think that they will get introduced during this season, or do you think that this
Oh,
season...
they've already said that they have.
Oh,
they
really?
are being introduced this season.
Okay, well, there you go.
In what way, if they're going to be met the same way as in the comics, we'll have to see.
We will have to see, and we will see. Not next week, obviously.
Well, we don't know.
Most likely, not next week. So, they also showed Michonne going through a few things. They showed a dream of hers with her talking to somebody.
It's like a dream flashback sequence to her boyfriend and his friend.
And can you, like, explain what that scene was about? Like, I didn't really understand it.
She's just delving back to her past, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Because she's, like, one of the most mysterious characters out of the whole season, other than Daryl.
Yeah. But speaking of Daryl, what can Walking Dead fans of the comics, what can they look forward to? What can they look forward to?
There's a story arc coming up called Something to Fear, and on the cover, it shows a character holding a crossbow. Now, I'm not going to say that is Daryl Dixon, but I don't really see who else it could be. And if you search up Daryl Dixon comic images, it is shown that he has been drawn and everything. So I'm assuming that Robert Kirkman has, done up the work and everything. And maybe he'll introduce him in some way, shape, or form into the comics. Obviously, he wasn't part of the original Atlanta group. Maybe he missed them by a day or two, or I don't know how that came to be, but it would be really cool if Daryl was introduced into the comics.
Now with the comics, with him being introduced into the show so early, and not into the comics until like now,
yeah,
and the comics being so far ahead of the TV show right now,
yeah.
How do you think that he's going to be written in to the comics? Do you think is it like the same story with Rick and all those guys?
It's generally the same. I'm a couple issues behind. As far as I know, the only person that Rick really has right now is Michonne and Tyrese. Or not Michonne and Tyrese. Tyrese died a little while ago. Is Michonne and a couple other characters. He doesn't have a second in command in the comics right now. He lost Tyrese. He lost...
So you think Daryl
will pick up the reins of what Tyrese used to be? Yeah, I think so.
There you go. Because that's...
Glenn died in the comics too, so
yeah.
Spoilers for people that are reading the comics. But he has no second in command right now. He has no go-to person other than Michonne. It's a very small group in the comics right now. They're fighting some guy named Nagan, and he's even crazier than the governor. Makes the governor look like just some guy.
Who is this guy?
Nagan?
Yeah.
He runs a settlement called Sanctuary. Or it's across from Sanctuary, sorry. And he wants what Sanctuary has. And he starts a whole war with Rick and the survivors of Sanctuary. Because Sanctuary enlists Rick's help to take over Nagan, and Nagan totally, like, their first battle, Nagan destroys them.
How?
Kills them all. He kills pretty much everybody.
Okay, with guns? Like, with what?
Rick and a couple people go out and they get supply. They steal supplies from one of the Sanctuaries, or not Sanctuaries, the Nagan's group. And Nagan doesn't like that, so he basically storms the place and freaking kills all of them. He beats Glenn over the head with a baseball bat covered in barbed wire, and its name just so happens to be Clementine. The baseball bat's name is Clementine.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Severely decimates Rick's forces.
Well, now that you bring up Clementine, do you think that this Nagan guy will be brought up in the game by any chance?
In The Walking Dead Season 2 for the Telltale series? I have no idea where they're taking that. It's based in the comic book universe, but it's like a completely independent story.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that other characters, like, because Glenn was in it.
Yeah, I know. I don't know who you can meet. It seems like the Season 2 is a completely... Other than Clementine, you haven't really seen anyone old, have you?
I don't think so.
Yeah. You've played the first episode.
I don't even know, when does the second one come out?
Pretty soon. They're doing it back to back of Wolf Among Us. So Smoke and Mirrors just came out like just a couple days ago. So I'm assuming that episode 2 for
Walking Dead should come out pretty quick.
Pretty quick, yeah. When you got 2 games in development and then also have Game of Thrones and Borderlands in the works.
See, that's why I don't like that they're doing these games. Like the Games of Thrones and the Borderlands one.
I think the Borderlands one could be interesting.
I know you do, but that's why I don't, because then they're taken away from the Walking Dead game.
You think the only project they should have is The Walking Dead right now?
Well, no.
The Wolf Among Us is done really well.
I want them to have multiple projects. I just don't want them to have that many going at once. You know what I mean? Like, focus.
Well, they've got 2 currently that are releasing on platforms right now, and then they've got 2 in pre-development. I don't think that takes too much focus away from what they're doing. Like, those are probably just a beginning concept, like, okay, this is the art, this is the storyline they're going. Like, they're nowhere near release dates with those games.
Well, yeah,
and Borderlands was born out of Tequila and stuff like that. So it remains to be seen if that'll be dropped. Maybe that was just a pipe dream and they've made a trailer for it and stuff. Like, maybe the companies will realize that, that's not the medium that Borderlands should be in. But, are you searching?
I'm not searching anything.
Oh, okay. I thought you were searching to see if...
No.
So, Flappy Bird phones. Flappy Bird...
Well, now that we've... Well, do you have... Well, before we move on from The Walking Dead, do you have anything else to say about it?
About Walking Dead?
Like, at all?
I'm stoked
I'm gonna try to not go...
all willy-nilly?
I'm gonna try to not go back into The Walking Dead after we're done talking about it. So
okay, no problem. Walking Dead news.
Even if it's not news, like what do you think is gonna happen? What's gonna be the focus of the next episode?
The next episode is mostly about the survivors. The
obviously.
other survivors, not Rick and Carl.
Michonne.
Or Michonne. I'm thinking that it's mostly the other survivors' story. And then the third episode in will have a mixture of Rick, Carl, all of the survivors, and hopefully the new characters will be introduced.
And then the next episode, you hope that they'll be connecting a little bit more?
Maybe slowly working towards finding each other again? Yeah.
So, who is this Abraham fellow?
Abraham?
Yeah.
Ex-military.
Yes, I feel like you've told me this.
I have. Don't worry. Eugene is a person who's pretending to be higher up in the government, like a high-up scientist.
Pretending?
Yes. But
what
he's
is he actually?
a high school science teacher.
Oh, so he's like Heisenberg.
Yeah.
But not really.
But not really. So, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have any other...
Nah, man, I just want to know how you felt. You've read the comics, like I said, so you've got more of the
general
intel.
Inkling of what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to see your opinion on all of that good stuff.
I'm glad that they're focusing more on the comics and trying to be a little less of their own entity right now. Like, I like how they're almost going page for page. Like, things are a little bit different. Carl's obviously older, taking on more of
They have a new head producer, that's why.
Yeah. Scott Gimple or whichever.
Yeah.
He's taking it in a interesting direction. I'm glad to see that what he'll bring. He's already contracted for Season 5, so I'm hoping Season 5 will be just as crazy as Season 4 is proving to be. Glad that the governor's finally gone. It was funny that he was in one final shot of this episode. Herschel, that was a little, that was a nice little heart tug, like, geez.
Like, he was there, but now he's not.
He's dead, man.
He's gone.
Shit. So yeah, the last 7 episodes should be great.
I'm pretty excited for
the
last 7.
The season finale should. I'm hoping that they're somewhere new. I hope they're going somewhere new. I hope something crazy.
It'll be
happens.
like the end of episode or like season 2. Season 2 is the farm, right?
Yeah. Oh, you mean where it left on a crazy cliffhanger
with the prison shot? That was season 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of just hey.
It'll end with a prison shot, something like that, similar.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Season 3 kind of was like just all campy and like, hey, we're off air for 8 months. There's no crazy thing at the end.
Exactly.
Like, it would have been nice if they would have done all that and showed the governor, at the end, like, watching Rick from the frickin' bushes, like, you stole all my people. But no, it was just, oh, hey, we took all the people to the prison. And, yeah, I saw that. I read that a couple days ago. He said that, we're delving into a different topic quickly for 2 seconds. There was a fan film for Minecraft being kickstarted. And the producer, Notch, basically...
The developer of the game Minecraft.
Notch.
The guy who created it.
Mojang Studios or whatever. Basically told them to go fuck themselves, which is unfortunate. When I see a parody film and things like that...
They're trying to make money off of this guy's creation. I understand where he's coming from.
That's not how Kickstarter works, though. They don't get any personal gain. They have to use the money towards giving people A, rewards, and B, making the show. It's a parody. Notch technically can't block someone from making a parody if they were to release this on YouTube for free, or even just made a different Kickstarter. The reason why he got all pissed off is because they asked for like $600,000. That's a really big Kickstarter campaign. Most people ask for like $10,000 and then see how much they can make. When Keiji Inafune put Mighty Number 9 on, he only asked for $250,000. He ended up getting $3 million.
Well, he didn't need more money. Though.
I know, because of his popularity. These people...
No, because of the money that he already has.
That too, but... that too. Exactly. But what I'm getting at is, like, Notch technically can't stop a person from making a parody. A, releasing it for free, or B, asking for a less amount. They should not have asked for that much. That's why Notch got so pissed off. He's like, I'm not gonna let... His exact words in the article were like, we're not gonna let someone start something on Kickstarter for almost $500,000 without any contracts in place. They didn't ask for any permission. They didn't even just... Like, the Nuka Break fan film and the Portal fan film, they have huge disclaimers at the beginning, and they've also been like, hey, can we make this? And Bethesda was like, yeah, you're not making any money off of it. It's a parody. You're making fun of. These guys were being a little bit more serious, it looked like. They were trying to make like an actual Minecraft film. So they would have been a little bit more campier, a little bit more comedic, maybe.
Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about. Like that they were trying to make money off of his creation.
I'm not sure if they were trying to make actual money, but they were going for realism.
Everybody wants to make money. That's what Kickstarter's for.
Okay, if we kickstart something, we can't take that money and go buy something with it and without it actually pertaining to whatever you're using it for. If we make a point of review podcast, if we were kickstarting something related to that, we'd have to go buy computers and equipment and stuff like that. You can't just go buy something unrelated. You have to document all the purchases and send it to Kickstarter. You have to show them that you're using stuff for the stuff.
Well then,
there's a huge guideline. Like, you're not allowed to buy property. You're not allowed to buy things like that. Like, they'll get mad at you. They'll find out if you do shit like that. It's weird.
Oh no, they'll get mad at you.
If you start a Kickstarter campaign and get a whole bunch of money and then end up buying property, that wouldn't be good at all. I guess if you bought a studio for your company, that would... Like, I guess there's gray areas of it. I don't know how it would work. But if you bought yourself a house with, like, the Kickstarter campaign money, like, fuck. That wouldn't be good at all. Like, at all.
Go ahead. You were about to say something.
I was just... Weird, whatever topic you want to talk about now.
Well...
I've got a little bit of DC news. I've got a little bit of Marvel news. I know this was mostly a Walking Dead themed episode.
Well, we got that out of the way already. That's been the first 20 minutes already.
Yeah,
so.
We can talk about other stuff now.
Yeah. We can talk about whatever we want. This is our podcast.
No, I know. We were excited for
Of course, if you want to hear us talk about something, you can always leave a comment in the comment section below.
And I'm still waiting for someone to tell me who is the clone of Peter Parker for a Project Spark beta key.
Better yet, if you want another one, you can tweet at me at Matt Ream. If you listen to our last podcast, you'll know the answer to this. What is the real name of the Penguin from Batman? If you tweet at me at Matt Ream, the name of the Penguin, the real name, his human identity, I will give you a Project Spark beta key when it comes out.
That's a pretty good deal. You answer me a question, you get one. You answer his question, you get one. If you know each other, you got someone to play with.
There you go. Even better.
Even better. You get to test their world, you can test their world. It all works out in the end.
And
So,
while you're at it, you could subscribe to us.
You can share, like, subscribe, and maybe like some other people that we should do some shoutouts to. Like,
do you want to do shoutouts in the middle of the episode?
Well, we didn't do our beginning shoutouts.
Well, man, we kind of switch it up every day.
I know. That's what I'm
Speaking
getting at.
of every day, we haven't done a podcast in like 2 weeks.
Well, we did
We
our...
recorded half of one, I guess. But
No,
it
we did a
didn't count.
full episode that didn't record properly, which, if you still have the file, you can just throw it in the lost episodes.
I don't think I have a lost episodes folder.
Did you delete those 2 episodes? though?
Yeah, they're all gone. We don't have any lost episodes anymore. We just have the episodes that we have, and if anybody doesn't like that, well then, ha! Too bad.
It sucks that we don't have those lost episodes anymore.
Yeah, we probably do.
You might find them somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. There literally are lost episodes, people. He has lost them somewhere in his computer.
In my phone, in my computer, I don't know where the hell they are. They're somewhere.
He's got them.
Maybe.
There's a half an episode and 2 full episodes deemed unworthy for some
They're lost.
reason.
They're gone.
We might release them someday. We might not.
If I have them.
If he has them. So, we were just talking about DC-related stuff. You asked who the real identity of the Penguin was, so I think that
So, well then we might as well... Wait, we didn't do the shoutouts.
we can do the shoutouts.
Ah, we'll do the shoutouts
I
at the
thought
end.
you said we were trying to
We'll-
change it up and
we'll-
keep it crazy.
we'll-
No.
we'll
Let's do the shout-out.
No,
No,
we'll do
no,
the
no.
shoutouts at the end. No.
Well, what about at that Kevin Smith?
Okay, so Kevin Smith, this one guy, right?
Yeah, this one guy. That
He's pretty funny. He does these movies like Clerks, Clerks 2. He was in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back because he is Silent Bob.
he's currently working on Clerks 3 and some crazy things called Helena Handbag and
Tusk.
Tusk.
That's one
He's
I
got
wanna
some
see for
very interesting projects going on right now. He is a big fan of DC related works and comics. One of his good friends is Mr. Batfleck. I mean Ben Affleck, and he has seen the suit. He knows what the suit looks like. I'm very jealous of at that Kevin Smith. I wish I could look inside his brain and just see what the suit looks like, just for 2 seconds.
On the Batsuit note, Jennifer Garner, Ben Affleck's wife, also made comments on it, saying that it looked good, but that's just Jennifer Garner being a wife, right?
Well, yeah, she pretty much has to say that, but
No, it looks like shit, especially when Ben's wearing it.
Stop that, Matt! Quit that.
Fucking Ben. No.
Well,
But,
they were in a comic book movie together. So.
yeah, they were Daredevil together.
Daredevil
He played
and
Daredevil, she played Elektra.
Yeah.
She was in Elektra, a spin-off movie to the Daredevil movie.
Yeah, it's that was even before the MCU. It was weird seeing a connected movie.
It was good. I liked
And
it.
technically, Daredevil takes place within the Spider-Man Tobey Maguire universe. They just never meet.
Nice.
Yeah, it's weird.
Weren't we just talking about some DC stuff?
We kind of went into Marvel. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
You really gotta stop doing this to me, man. I have a built outline, and then you say, oh, we go all willy-nilly. It just fucking happens, man. Anyways, DC News.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ben McKenzie, of OC fame, the main character Ryan Atwood, and of Southland fame, where he plays a Hollywood cop, has been cast as Jim Gordon in the Gotham TV series by Fox.
So, how do you feel about that? Have you ever seen any of his previous work?
I've seen the first 3 seasons of OC, and the only reason I watched it was because of my friend, and I really like the one character that Adam Brody plays. The fucking crazy Chris McCa guy. But as far as I knew, he was a good actor. Like, he portrayed the main character very well. And he's been doing another series, Southland, where he plays
I've heard of that.
he
I've
plays
never
a
watched it.
Hollywood cop. So he already has the cop role, and then he's got years of experience on another show, completely unrelated, but, it's good to have, some acting fucking experience.
Yeah,
you know?
especially as a police officer, right?
Well, Southland has been on for at least 4 seasons now, and he played a fucking teeny bopper in OC, so,
There you go.
like I said, acting experience adds up. Hopefully he doesn't go for a freaking teeny bopper Jim Gordon. Hopefully he goes for, like, a serious freaking character.
I figure he will.
He's done a couple of indie films too, so
The Gord man,
the Gordman, James Gordon.
James Gordon. He's he seems like he's a pretty serious character. So I
Well-
feel like he would portray him.
He's
fairly seriously.
he's a war hero turned police
So how
detective.
old? What year does this TV show take
I
place?
don't know. They can put it in any era. They can put it in the 80s to have Bruce slowly to be active at the tail end of the 2000s, or they can place it now and it'll be 10 years from now and he'll grow up to be a cop. It could be 1990s. Like, they could place it in any era. So he can either be a Gulf War veteran, freaking Iraq War veteran, Vietnam War veteran. They can place it in any era.
I suppose, eh?
Yeah. And they just have to decide how they want, fucking...
Never mind.
They
I was
they
gonna
just
say something stupid, but
they just have to decide what
That's
era
weird.
they want, because it's not connected to the Batman Begins universe, and it's not connected to the current Man of Steel whole reboot Justice League crazy Batman thing that they got going on. It's not connected to either of those two films at all. They've stated that it's Nolan-esque, like gritty and crazy and all that jazz.
That's
but
good. I like that because I like the Nolan movies. Speaking of Commissioner Gordon and the Nolan movies, Gary Oldman, the guy who played Commissioner Gordon, it's a little off topic, but it's still,
it's Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman and Nolan. He's been approached for a role in the new Star Wars movie.
I'm excited for that. I really don't know who it could be. I hope he plays. You know who I see him being, but no, it wouldn't work. I guess.
Well, you might as well say it. Come on.
No, I'm trying to think and see if that. No, that character wouldn't be alive. Never mind.
Do you think he could be Kyle Katarn? An older version, maybe?
Yeah. That would be badass.
I don't think he can move like Kyle Katarn could.
You realize he's not that old, right?
Gary Oldman?
Yeah.
It even says in his last name he's old.
Shut
Gary
up.
Oldman. Okay, well, go ahead.
All it takes is freaking, exercise and what you do. Like, and there's also stunt doubles.
Truth.
Like, I mean, look at Hugh Jackman, and Ben Affleck is 50 and is going to be Batman. Like, Gary Oldman is not that old.
But at
man.
least in Batman, he's got... The only thing that's showing is the guy's jaw.
Yeah.
Literally. So,
But, like, they've already shown that Ben Affleck is training to be, Batman. And when that movie comes out, he'll be 50 years old, turning 51.
and...
Well, I'm just saying, like, age has nothing to do with if he's whether a Jedi or not.
I know, because, that guy who was the Emperor, he was the Sith Lord, right?
Gary Oldman's only 55. Ben Affleck is 50, so...
Yeah.
It's only 5 years. I mean, that's closer to 60.
I feel like Ben Affleck would be in some pretty good shape.
Yeah, I mean, he's in way better shape than Gary Oldman, because, Gary Oldman is old man, but no, I'm just kidding. Anyways, yeah.
Well, not really, but...
Do you have any DC news?
Do I have DC news? No, I don't know shit.
Oh, okay.
No, I've been out of the loop for a while.
Yeah,
so.
he's been working and all that jazz. We
Yeah,
said this in the last crazy, unrecorded piece of shit episode. The Preacher TV series that I was telling you about is being written and produced by Seth Rogen.
That's the one that's coming out on AMC?
Yes, the AMC network, and they always make crazy shows. They've never had a bad show. All their shows go, like, platinum. Whatever you want to call it in the TV fucking world.
I just remembered something.
Yes.
Off topic.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
But it takes us back to DC.
We're on DC. Preacher is DC.
Is it?
DC Vertigo imprint. AMC
Okay, well, I didn't know anything
network of television.
I didn't know that.
Written by Seth Rogen.
Okay, I didn't know.
I know I'm being a smartass. Fuck off.
Anyways, sorry that I didn't know, but I saw this picture on Twitter. It was something to do with the Red Lanterns. Not the Green Lanterns, the Red Lanterns.
The Red Lanterns, they control rage.
Rage.
The Yellow Lanterns control fear. It's a whole rainbow of emotions and colors.
So there's like Red Lanterns, there's Blue Lanterns.
Blue is hope.
There's Green Lanterns.
White is life.
There's Orange Lanterns.
Orange is greed.
There's Purple Lanterns.
That's like the equivalent of like lust and love and shit like that.
That's intensity.
Passion.
That's I didn't know that. I thought it was just green and yellow.
Black is death.
Well, I kind of figured. Black
there was a whole huge war in the previous universe, and right now it seems like the rings are making a reappearance. Right now, Supergirl has a fucking rage ring, and a couple other characters have greed rings. Kyle Rayner has a white hope or a white life ring. He already inherited a white ring from the previous universe.
Who is that?
Kyle Rayner.
Yeah.
He was Green Lantern for a really long time, and then he became the protector of the only white ring of life.
There's only one?
Yeah.
So he was kind of like Smeagol.
Well, there was more of them, but they sacrificed the power to be able to put it all into Kyle, so that he had the power to wield like the most powerful white ring of all time.
Epic.
Deadman had a white ring. A couple other had white rings, and like I said, they combined the power or some crazy shit.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, any more DC?
Speaking of Green Lanterns,
Yeah, Green Lanterns. Here we go.
The 8th was Green Lantern Day. The number.
The 8th? That's yesterday.
Yeah. The numbers added up to 2814, which is the sector number of 4 Green Lanterns. Hal Jordan, John Stewart, Kyle Rayner, and fuck, I forgot his name. Guy Gardner. I remember, thank God.
You don't have to thank him.
No. Still no word on whether or not The Rock will play the Emerald Warrior, but it would be badass if he played the Green Lantern. I think he would do a good version. You're still not on the fence about that. You want him to play something else.
I want him to play Cyborg. If anything. But then again, Martian Manhunter would also be good.
Well, he shapeshift. The only thing that his weakness is for Martian Manhunter is fire. He can shapeshift. He's telekinetic. He's strong and fast like Superman. So, like, you can't go wrong there. It's an interesting character, and they've never been on film other than in Smallville, the TV series.
Which I gotta start watching, by the way. Is that on Netflix?
I brought it here.
Oh,
it's over on your shelf. All 10 seasons.
Well, then I can watch it.
Yes, you can.
Blu-ray?
It is DVD.
Ooh, I can watch it in here.
Yes, you can.
Well, there you go, buds.
Does that make you happy?
It does.
You got something new to watch? Although you could keep watching Arrow, too.
I could. I should.
But yeah.
Which one do you think is... Well, you don't know, because we're on the same episode.
We're on the same episode. The Preacher series that I was telling you about is being written and produced by Seth Rogen. How does that make you feel?
A DC... What is Preacher about?
Preacher is about a man named Jesse...
Give me the synopsis.
Is about a man named Jesse Custer who has the angel demon hybrid Genesis inside of him. His best friend is a vampire named Cassidy. His girlfriend's name is Tulip. And they're all friends with a rock and roll star named Arseface, who started as an enemy of all of them. There's a Nazi. They fight a Nazi named Air Star, and there's another character named the Saint of Killers. So that's a bad guy too.
Well, yeah. I kind of
figured that with the name.
Yeah.
It's being written by Seth Rogen, so I'm written and produced. So I'm hoping that they really do something crazy with it.
It'll be...
And it's on AMC.
I don't know, man.
You're on the fence? You don't know yet?
I like Seth Rogen, so...
And...
we'll see what happens.
We'll see. I've got a little bit of Marvel news.
Well, let's hear it.
Paul Bettany was cast as the Vision for Avengers 2. Starts his career as a villain. He's actually Ultron's assistant in the comic. So, he's an android. In the comics, he was built out of parts from the Human Torch.
Parts from the Human Torch?
The original Human Torch in the 1940s was an android.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Because that's not a Human Torch, that's an android.
Android is...
Android is human/robot.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Not
human/torch.
If... I don't know if you have. I'm presuming that you have. If you've seen Captain America, the First Avenger...
I sure have.
The Stark World Fair scene, there is a banner.
A Bruce banner?
Funny stuff. No, there's a banner that says Phineas T. Horton's Amazing Synthetic Man, where a display of a man in a red jumpsuit can be seen. Phineas T. Horton, in the comics, created the Human Torch. You see the connection there?
I do.
So, it seems like we've already seen some characters on screen.
No, well, not really.
We haven't. We've seen the MCU's version of the Human Torch, basically. The Synthetic Man.
Right.
Or a prototype of the Human Torch, anyways, at least.
Yeah, maybe.
Miss Marvel may be joining the cast of the Avengers sequel. She gained her powers from the Kree superhero Captain Marvel after a mid-air collision. Captain Marvel is a Kree who, they don't have any powers other than being denser and faster than humans, but over time he mods his gun to be wrist-mounted, and it shoots black energy, and it has magnetic capabilities. So, you could see how that would be seen as crazy in the currently developing Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, I know what it means, but you...
I don't know why I said that, it was just...
It just came out.
It just came out.
Okay. So
my brain was just stuck on it.
So there's that guy. There's also word that the Vision will be appearing in Age of Ultron.
That's who Paul Bettany is. That's who
Is that what you were just talking about?
Yes.
Oh, well then there we go. We got that. Shit. My bad.
It's okay. I don't know if I said the Vision.
I don't think you said the Vision. I just remember you said Paul Bettany. I don't know. You might have said the Vision.
I might have. It's okay. Don't worry.
But I don't know. Also, though, there's rumors that maybe Miss Marvel could be in it.
It would be an interesting take.
Now, for those who don't know, Justice, Perfect Flaw 420, who is Miss Marvel?
As I was saying just a few seconds ago, Miss Marvel is a character who collided mid-air with Captain Marvel, a Kree soldier.
I thought Captain Marvel was a DC character who was eventually turned into Shazam.
That's why. There was a whole legal battle many, many years ago. There was Captain Marvel and Captain Marvel.
So there's a Captain Marvel on both sides? DC and Marvel?
Yes. Eventually, Marvel wasn't cool with that and made them change their name. Captain Marvel is still Captain Marvel, but the comic being sold by DC has to be called Shazam.
So his name is still Captain Marvel?
His name is still Captain Marvel in the DC universe.
But
for them to sell it...
But the comic has to be called Shazam.
Shazam.
Captain Marvel.
Yes. They could still call their... And they've spelled it a little bit differently in the Marvel universe. It's called MAR /VELL.
Oh, Marvel.
Marvel, yeah.
Captain Marvel.
And Captain Marvel. Yeah, it should be an interesting representation on film. We've only ever seen...
I feel like there's a lot of characters in this movie.
There's going to be a lot. There's Quicksilver. There's the Scarlet Witch. There is possibly going to be Miss Marvel. We've already got Paul Bettany as the Vision. We're supposed to get Iron Patriot or War Machine, depending on what they go with.
Well, War Machine was... Or Iron Patriot... What? It doesn't matter, yeah.
Yeah, we just know that the guy is going to be running around in a suit.
So then we'll obviously still have Captain America. We'll have probably the Hulk.
Iron Man,
Iron Man,
Thor,
Thor,
Hawkeye,
Hawkeye,
Black Widow,
Black Widow,
Falcon.
Falcon,
Um,
Ultron.
that's a villain.
Yeah, he's still in it. He's a character.
Might get a scene or two, a minute with Thanos. You never know.
Ultron?
What?
It's about Ultron. Why would he only get a minute?
No, Thanos.
Oh, okay, yeah, Thanos.
Thanos, yeah.
Isn't Thanos the evil guy in Guardians?
Yes. But I'm hoping we get like an end teaser leading towards. Or no. Avengers 2 comes out after Guardians
I
of
know,
the
that's
Galaxy.
what I'm saying. So do you think Thanos is even going to be in it?
Well, I know that Thanos is going to be mentioned, or at least
Well, yeah, I figured.
something's going to happen in Guardians
So
of the
that's 14 characters we've named off so far that's going to be in Avengers.
Yeah.
Like 14 big-ish named characters.
There's another villain too. The Baron. Baron von Strucker.
Von Strucker. That was
The Nazi.
yeah,
that runs
he was
Hydra.
he was in the first Captain America,
No.
right? No, I thought he was.
That's the Red Skull.
Okay.
There's the Red Skull, and then there's the Baron. The Baron is the leader of Hydra. The Red Skull is the Red Skull who runs the Nazis. The Nazi.
Fair
arm.
enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
No, the Baron von Strucker is a completely different character. Bald guy with a frickin' monocle and a crazy frickin' bulletproof golden suit. And he runs Hydra. And Red Skull has currently got sucked up by the Cosmic Cube, so...
So, do you think he exists anymore? Is he still alive somehow?
I think he
somewhere?
probably is in one of the 7 Asgardian frickin' realms or whatever.
He's in prison somewhere?
I don't think he's in prison. I just think he's...
Imprisoned. But yeah, maybe he's roaming around somewhere?
I think he's just somewhere, yeah.
Maybe.
There's
only one way to find out.
Keep watching the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Exactly.
Yeah, by watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to get your weekly dose, because that's all you can really deal with.
For the next few weeks, I'm assuming, because it's going to be over.
Yeah, it's going to be over soon.
It's going to be over pretty quick.
We've only got 6 episodes.
They're
left
more
or
than
so.
halfway through the season.
Hmm?
More than halfway through the season.
That's why I said we only got 6 episodes left
Yeah.
or so.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure they got a 22 episode order.
That's a lot of episodes.
No, you're used to watching shows that are short, like Sons of Anarchy and Walking Dead.
I love Sons.
Yeah, but those shows only get short seasons. Real TV shows are 20, 22, 25 episodes long.
I wish they would just make more episodes of Sons.
Well, you gotta wait.
No, because the next season is the last season.
Well, there could be a spin-off.
There
We talked
could
about
be.
this once where
There are plenty of chapters.
There
of
are
Sons.
plenty of chapters. Maybe what Jax does affects other chapters.
Well, everything Jax does affects other chapters.
That's what I'm getting at. We're getting off topic, kinda.
I want to be in that show if they ever make a spin-off and it's up in Canada.
That'd be
sweet.
so awesome, Alberta Sons.
I would move there, for sure.
Because Saskatchewan would just be boring. At least Alberta would
Flat
be...
roads fucking hauling ass.
I know, but at least Alberta would be exciting.
Yeah,
Because, yeah.
I would go. I would be in it. I would try anyways, for
You
sure.
would do your best, I know that.
Yeah. Do you have any more
Marvel news?
Marvel. Do you have any more DC even?
No,
fucking
we're in the Marvel section. We can't
Okay,
we can't
fine.
backtrack.
All right, we're not gonna backtrack.
We're not allowed. You told me. You
Okay,
said we're
fine.
not allowed.
Alright. Alright then, buds.
To get your weekly fix, you have to tune into Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which they recently just introduced a major Marvel character with 40 years of history, Deathlock.
Yeah, that was the character from the first episode.
Yeah. That he ended up being a real Marvel character. For the longest time, people thought he was Luke Cage, and then people ended up thinking he was someone else.
Yeah, I think before it was released, people thought it was Luke Cage, and then after we saw what happened to him,
Like his mixture of powers and shit.
Yeah,
Luke
that
Cage
was
inherited his powers normally. With the Mr. Peterson gained his powers from the Captain America super soldier serum. There's gamma radiation from the Hulk in there. There's also Extremis that from the Iron Man 3 movie. It's a whole concoction of superpowers, so that it's definitely not Luke Cage.
No,
Um,
definitely not.
It turns out that this character is Deathlock, which is a character inhabited in the Marvel Universe by 3 different characters. One of the characters does have the name of Mike, and they are all in some way, shape, or form affiliated with S.H.I.E.L.D. So, it's good that they've got some form of amalgamum character going on.
I like that. I like that it's an actual character. I had a feeling that it was, but I didn't know which one.
I'm thinking Agent Ward is supposed to be a character too. His relative is supposed to be a supervillain, like a major supervillain.
I like that.
And I'm really hoping that Skye turns out to be someone cool, not
Like
just,
an actual character.
Yeah.
From the comics.
Yeah. She was apparently an 084, which an 084 is an object of unknown origin.
Yeah.
Thor's hammer was an 084.
What did it say in the TV show that she's an 084?
Yes, she is an 084, an object of unknown origin. They went and retrieved her from a Bosnian rainforest, and the team that previously...
I thought they picked her up from the streets of like Chicago or something.
As a baby.
Oh.
Is what I was talking about.
So how did she get to the streets of Chicago? Or wherever the hell
S.H.I.E.L.D.
she
has
was
been
from?
shuffling her around the last 20 years.
Really?
Yeah.
That's intense.
I know, right? They found her in a rainforest. The previous S.H.I.E.L.D. team was all dead except for one, and he was bleeding out. She's something, man. I don't know what she is, but she's something.
Does she know that she's something?
No? Coulson hasn't really told her yet. Coulson has told her snippets and this, that, and the other thing, but not too much. We got, we also figured out what happened to Coulson. And,
in Avengers?
Yeah. I know we always give out spoilers, but
Well, we might as well.
I'm not going to tell the people anything. If you want to if you want to figure it out, you watch.
Watch the show, you guys.
Watch the show. It is good.
Just watch it.
Some episodes have their moments, and some episodes don't. Like, it's in the first season. If this was 2, 3, 4 seasons from now and we were getting a shitty episode, I would understand. But they're just finding their feet, people. Come on, give them a fucking break. They're trying to establish villains, anti-heroes, origin stories, doing crazy things like the guy from the first episode being a major character.
I somewhat believe in them more now than I did before.
You do?
Yes.
I'm glad. I'm hoping that they spin things in the right direction. Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier, is supposed to really change how the Marvel Cinematic Universe works.
How so?
Darker, grittier, more death, more...
More death?
Yeah, things are gonna change.
Oh, no.
They might be killing characters off, God knows who, but...
Oh, no.
Yeah, that is it for my Marvel and DC Universe news. We can talk about...
So, in other news, there, Justice.
Yes, sir.
Naughty Dog has been talking about making The Last of Us 2.
You read my mind.
Has that come to a surprise to you?
No. With it being one of the best-selling games of 2013 next to Grand Theft Auto 5 and BioShock Infinite and a few other games, Last of Us 2 does not surprise me.
The Last of Us from Naughty Dog, PlayStation 3 exclusive. Won Game of the Year from I don't even know how many companies.
DICE Awards, IGN Game of the Year Awards, Game Informer Awards, the Spike VGXs, the non-video game awards.
So they're in talks, Naughty Dogs, for the sequel. And that's all we have for that. That's all you need for that.
That's the only information that Naughty Dog has given us.
That's all you need.
They
That's all you need.
They could say fuck it. They could say no. That's how it ends.
Yeah. That would be fine with me. If they work on something brand new, that would be even cooler, in my opinion.
Uncharted 4?
No, because we already know they're working on Uncharted.
You want new IP altogether?
I want them to work on something brand new. If every game they made was something brand new, man, the video game world would be completely different than it is now, because Naughty Dog is just so Naughty Dog.
Alright, they make good video games.
Yeah.
They know what people want.
Yeah,
They do.
And like I said, if everything was different, if they didn't go back and make sequels, I mean, obviously, like every couple of years, sure, make a sequel.
Yeah.
But if they
haven't gone back to Jak and Daxter in a long time.
PlayStation 2 though. That's old. That if they make a new Jak and Daxter, hell yeah, that would be fucking cool.
They didn't make one for PlayStation 3.
I know, that's what I meant.
There was no Jak and Daxter game.
No. Not even. There was one for PlayStation 3. There was one, wasn't there?
No.
Oh, I thought there was one.
No, the one that they made ended up going to PlayStation 2. They didn't want to piss off the fans.
Shit.
Yeah. It was called The Lost Frontier. Yes, we're getting close to the end of the episode.
We are getting close to the end of the episode.
So, some Steam news. Both of us have bought in Rust, but neither of our computers can run it.
Yeah, it's kind of upsetting.
Very disappointed.
If anybody has any donations they would like for us to have, I mean, I'm starting to do some Let's Plays for the YouTube channel here, for you guys to enjoy my voice even more.
Because he's got a sexy voice.
You should see my face.
You should see my
If you think my voice is good, ho ho ho.
He's a fat bastard. He's actually a fat kid with zits.
I'm like 145 pounds. So.
Nathan Fillion over here.
Why are you calling me that?
Because he's considered one of the... I was just throwing a random name.
I don't get it. So, do you
Captain Matt? No, I'm kidding.
Do you want to talk?
You don't get to be Captain.
Do you want to talk about anything else, or do you just want to call it a show?
No, I've got other things that we can talk about.
Well, then let's fucking.
Flappy Bird gets taken off the iOS.
Man, I don't even want to talk about Flappy Bird. Let's not even give them publicity.
It got taken off the iOS network, and iPhones that still have it installed are on eBay for $1,500.
Cool.
Why would people want that?
Because they're dumb.
Okay, good. We can throw that out of the way.
Can we not talk about Flappy Bird?
It's stupid. Get Run Jump Smash by Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel. Run Jump Smash.
There we go.
There we go. Solve that problem.
Baked as fuck, by the way.
Me?
Yes.
I'm not. I don't do drugs.
I know.
You wanna know why?
Because you got a sty. Your eyes are all red.
Yeah, marijuana isn't a drug. In my opinion.
I didn't say you did drugs. I just said you look baked as fuck.
Yeah, well, what are you baked as fuck on?
Nothing. You got red eyes because of your sty.
Okay, stop talking about my fucking sty.
It's going away.
I hate it. What else do you got to talk about other than stupid fucking Flappy Bird?
I know, right? It's a piece of shit video game.
Why would you even bring that up? That just pisses me off. I should end the show right now.
No, don't do that.
Well, don't bring up Flappy Bird. I hate Flappy Bird.
Did you ever even try it?
No.
Good, neither did I.
It's fucking annoying.
Never even installed it on my phone.
I've played so many games that are exactly like Flappy Bird that it just pisses me off that people are like, oh, Flappy Bird. Get Flappy Bird. Oh, play this shit. And I'm like, no. Why don't you go play something else? I'm gonna go play my Xbox One while you play on your fucking phone.
The only game he plays on his phone is fucking Simpsons.
The Simpsons Tapped Out. That's the only shit I play. Add me on Origin and I'll fucking send you some Valentine's cards, because that's what they do now in the Tapped Out. When you go to your friends' villages, cities, you click on their fucking townspeople and you send them Valentine's cards. I'll send you Valentine's cards all day.
Like I said, the only mobile game that he plays, and it's The Simpsons. I think he was playing something else once, but he deleted it.
I got Marvel Run Jump Smash.
Oh, that's what he's got right now.
I don't really play it. But...
There was something else that he played on the iPhone for a while there, but he got rid of it. Can't remember what it was.
It was a game.
Yes. But it wasn't Run Jump Smash, and it wasn't Tapped Out. You played it like every once in a while when there was nothing else to do. You'd be like, I'm going to play this. And then you deleted it. You're like, I got bored of it.
I did.
But yeah. I ran out of news, I think.
You think?
Yeah, I think I ran out of news.
So you just told me not to end the episode.
I'm just kidding you.
And you say you ran out of news right
I
away.
just wanted to see how badly I could piss you off with the Flappy Bird news.
Okay, fuck Flappy Bird.
I'm just bothering you.
The Lego movie opens big at the box office.
$69 million, and IGN gave it a 9.
I really want to go watch it.
A 9.
Can we go watch it tomorrow? Do you work?
I don't work tomorrow.
Do they have showings during...
They do.
Tomorrow?
During the day? No. But they do have shows 7 and 9.
Tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Is there a holiday tomorrow, or is that...
Yeah, but the theaters are open on fucking Christmas, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well then we'll go see it. We'll go see the Lego movie tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Well, today, when you guys listen to this podcast, if it's on Monday, but... We'll see.
Sounds good to me.
Um,
That's the first time I've ever seen an animated movie get such a high score.
I'm excited, man. Lego. What do you expect?
It's got Batman, it's got Bruce Wayne, it's got freaking...
Batman is Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is Batman.
I know, but in the movie they make fun of it. It's funny. Oh, Batman's like, oh, Bruce Wayne, he seems like a cool guy. It's funny. My cat's sitting outside your door.
I know it's making its little bell noises.
I can hear it every now and then.
So, hey, I don't know if I mentioned this, but if you have any topics that you'd like us to talk about here on The Point of Review, you can get at me on Twitter at Matt Ream. You can get at my... You can get my co-host on Twitter also.
At Perfect Flaw 420.
At Perfect Flaw 420.
I'm Justice.
His name is Justice. And this has been Point of Review.
We'd like to thank IGN for our news sources.
We would.
With such reputable sources as Greg Miller, Game Over Greggy. At No Taxation, otherwise known as...
Colin Moriarty.
I hate you.
Haha, took it from you. We got Brian Altano,
Agent
also
Bizzle.
known as at Agent Bizzle. We got... Oh, man, did I tell you? I think it was Andrew Garfield. I think he's leaving IGN.
Oh, what is he pursuing?
I don't know.
He just said that he might be leaving?
I think that... I heard it somewhere. It
We've
might
got-
be somebody else, but I don't know.
We've got
Scott Lowe is there. We got...
Dustin Legary.
Steve Butts.
Damon Hatfield.
Damon motherfucker. There's this one guy named Luke Carmel. Carmel.
Then we got Mitch Dyer.
Yeah, he's there.
We get our news sources from various other sources, but IGN is our favorite source to get our news from.
You can check out Kotaku.
Kotaku.
They got interesting things to look at.
They've got
for
some
sure.
very interesting pieces. Game Informer. They're a good site to get your information from.
But if you want to get it all in one place, you could always just come right here. Point of Review.
Help. Click, like, share, subscribe. Also check out some other crazy things like Epic Mealtime. They've got some pretty crazy things. My roommate likes to watch them and decide to cook things made by them.
Man, that is all I do is cook and podcast and work and play video games, and this is my life. And all I want to do is say that this has been Point of Review. I'm Matt Ream, at Matt Ream on Twitter. This is my co-host.
At Perfect Flaw 420. Thank you for listening to episode whatever the fuck number this is.
Episode 8. Thanks for listening. This has been Point of Review. Have a good day.
Oh, I've got one more thing to say.
Oh my god.
Hey, we're not at the hour mark.
This happens every time I try and end a podcast.
I've got one thing to say.
Okay, go.
One.
Go. You have one thing. Go.
I would like to say thank you to the Guitar Seller for giving us our 2 brand new mics for a discount.
Oh, did he give you a discount on the second one too?
Yes, he did.
Did you say, oh, I like the first one so good that you...
I did.
Nice.
He gave us a discount. So I would like to give a shout out to the Guitar Seller for helping us in
In Williams Lake, BC, by the way. Just so you know where we got this microphone from. So if you are in the area, check it out.
Check out, they've got a selection of guitars, they've got a selection of boom equipment, they've got various assorted things to help you in your podcasting, music making endeavors. And like I said, I just wanted to give them a shout out for helping us obtain 2 higher end quality mics for, not an arm and a leg.
This has been Point of Review. I'm Matt Ream.
I'm Justice McLaughlin. Have a good night.